What's up guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jesus Martinez and I'm a San Diego creator trying to go full-time. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to follow the journey. Alright guys, so yesterday I decided to go down to downtown and make some photos, and honestly I had so much fun. I hadn't done it in such a long time, but just getting in the mood, you know. I was actually listening to some podcasts. Some of them were really crazy. I don't know, have you guys listened to that Joe Rogan podcast with Alex Jones? That guy has some crazy things to talk about. I'm not that conspiracy guy, but seeing that they provide a lot of facts, you know, it kind of really makes me wonder about all these things. Anyways, if you guys checked it out, comment down what you guys thought were the craziest things, because I'd love to have a discussion about this. I mean, this thing was insane. I filmed everything with my GoPro, and I'm gonna be making it as a voiceover to show you guys just the places where I was walking by and talk about my thoughts and my idea behind making the images. I hope you guys like it, and let's jump into it.
Alright guys, so I actually didn't have a plan for this shoot. I hadn't gone shooting in such a long time, and I figured, you know what, it kind of stopped raining and it seems like it's going to be a cloudy day. I thought it would be perfect to go out and shoot. It was right about 9-10 a.m. when I finally got to downtown. The lighting was alright, it kept changing, clouds were moving all over, but at least we had something nice for the sky. So starting off, I actually saw this building and it was kind of isolated. There wasn't really a lot of buildings around it, and I thought it would make kind of a good shot. The architecture looks pretty cool, so I figured I'll start with this warm-up shot right here. My lens was not focusing, so I think I got it dirty. I cleaned it with my sweater. You shouldn't really do that, you should actually use a cloth, but I was kind of lazy to pull it out, and I knew this wasn't like a banger image. So anywho, it actually started to focus a little bit better, and I actually got this shot right here. And the bus kind of gets annoying. I don't really like it. I do like that there's more blue because of the bus, but I wish I would have seen that when I was there and taken the whole bus in the actual composition. But again, it was sort of a warm-up shot. I tried walking around another part of downtown that I rarely go, but I feel like I've done almost all downtown. I don't think it's that big, but I mean, the more I go there, the more I see stuff, so I'll keep doing it. So I was walking and I found the actual USPS post office or so, and I thought these were some actual cool lines right here. I figured someone could walk through it or something. I felt like they kind of directed the eye right into the middle. I mean, they work like some nice guiding lines. But there was really nobody walking around other than the cars, and I thought, you know what, this would actually make a pretty cool post office photo. So I went right up to it. I got this shot. I didn't really like it, honestly. I like all the blues and the whites right next to them. I think that looks kind of nice, but I didn't really have a subject in. I feel like there's too many cars all over, and I wasn't so happy with this image. So again, just kept walking and walking and walking. Alright, so I've been using that sling backpack, and it has one strap and it goes right across your chest, but it makes it so freaking heavy on one shoulder. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing that. And I've actually been putting the GoPro right on that strap, so let me know what you guys think about this view. I might just have to put it on my head, but we'll see. Alright guys, so I had seen this flag hanging from this building and I thought it looked pretty cool, you know, kind of America. So I thought I'd take a shot. I had tried it before, I didn't like it, but there was actually some clouds and the sky was looking pretty nice, so I went right up to it and I tried a shot from this angle, but it wasn't working for me. And I figured I wanted more of like a foreground or something, so I actually walked back. I crossed the street back there, and there was actually this tree, and I did get some foreground from the tree, but I didn't like it. Actually, I was shooting with my 24mm on the T3i again, and it was actually pretty wide enough that I just cropped out the foreground, and I ended up coming up with this exposure. Now, I really like the clouds. I feel like the sky looks more interesting. I like how the building has all that glass and it's reflecting some of the clouds. And the crane is kind of a yellow. I kind of turned it a little bit orangey, made that color pop up more because I really like how that orange and teal looks. I turned up the brightness up on the flag, and I turned the red contrast to kind of make it pop a little bit more. And I really liked that, actually. I felt like it was a simple composition, simple exposure, but it was actually pretty nice. Made my day feel that it was actually gonna work. I hadn't liked the other photos, but we continued on. And as I was walking through downtown, I actually saw this store. It's like a sneaker shop. I'd never seen it. It's called Rosewood, and it seems like they sell like a bunch of limited edition type of shoes. I'm not that sneaker guy, honestly. I used to work at Vans, and that's all I really wear, Vans. But I think it would be really cool to get into some sneaker photography. I mean, I see a lot of Evan Ramsden, and man, those look pretty dope. So I might hit him up, see if maybe they're interested in some shoe photography, but we'll see about that. I actually just kept walking. As I'm walking through the city, I try to find something that catches my eye. You know, I want a subject in my image, not just a random city photo. And sometimes it gets pretty hard. There's like so many things going on in the city, but one thing I try to look out for are the streets. And I like photos when the streets kind of work as leading lines and take you right into a building, and it kind of just highlights that building. So that's actually what I did in this next photo. And I had tried doing this with these buildings a while ago, trying to take a photo of them with the street guiding you towards the building in the image, but it had never worked up until I found this street actually. And that's why I kind of like walking around. You know, you see different sides to the buildings, you see different ways of taking photos, and the more you walk around, the more stuff you see. So I saw this right here, and I decided, I actually had crossed the street and I came right back to go and take this photo. And this image, I mean, one building is really outlined, and then there's like a twin tower right next to it, and I think it kind of works out. I would prefer if both of them were in the same middle ground of the image, I guess, but one's kind of off to the left side and the one on the right is a little bit more centered. That's what I would want. I'd want them more centered, but the clouds in the background actually came out really dope, and that's one of the pluses for why I decided to go out and shoot, was that we were gonna have some really nice clouds out. So I dropped the greens, and I made actually one filter basically for these images, and I just slapped it on all of them, and I really like the colorways that came out with these. From here, I knew I wanted to go to this courthouse. I've been wanting to make this photo happen, but it doesn't seem to work out actually. It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger, I don't know what the hell it is, honestly. It's this, I don't know. It's a building in downtown. But it has this really cool black figure right there, and like a really cool sculpture, and I've been wanting to make something out of it. And I just waited there for a while. I actually saw the shadows being casted from this bridge, and I thought it would make something. I wasn't really happy with what I got. I waited for there to only be one person crossing the frame. I was actually able to get one gentleman with a white shirt, this guy right here. So I got this shot right here, and I had to turn it into a black and white. I didn't really like the colorways I was getting, but I like the shadows that are getting casted, and the guy wearing the white shirt kind of makes a perfect colorway for someone to just pop up in the image in a black and white. So I really liked it. There's a lot of shapes going on in here, a lot of shadows, and I actually kind of liked it. I would have preferred it to be in color, but it wasn't working in color. I'd actually given up on this spot. I decided to try and check out this other building that I've been trying to make this photo, and then I saw this guy riding his bike. I mean, this guy was epic. Look at his clothing. This guy had like a leather vest or something going on, and I thought this was gonna be the shot of the day, but I really wanted him to turn left so I could get the whole bike in perspective, but I didn't. I had him going straight, and I had to play with the yellows in this photo because they were kind of messing up the image. I didn't like the yellows in it, so I kind of desaturated the yellows, and this was actually the photo I edited with the colors, and that I created a filter for the rest of the images, and I was really happy with. So again, I'm trying to do the teal and orange thing, but it seemed like the brown and blue was kind of working in here. It was all right. I wish the guy was in the center, and again, I wish his bike was turning towards the left side so I could see both wheels. I think that would make more of an interesting photo if I had him centered right in the image, but it worked out. I really like the colors in it, and like I mentioned, there's this white building that I've been trying to get this photo, and it just doesn't seem to work. One time I had gone to downtown to take photos, and I looked at this building, and there was somebody going downstairs on this white building, and I looked at it. I was too late to snap the photo, but ever since then I see this building, and I go up there and wait like 5-10 minutes to see if somebody walks up there, because I think that's going to be a really sick image. So I waited. As you can see, I was just holding up the camera, just waiting for somebody to go up there, and nothing was happening. Then it just hit me like, wow, the building is actually cool by itself. The sky looks pretty interesting. It's just, there's so many lines in this building. The architecture is pretty dope, honestly. And then there just so happened to be some older guy walking his little poodle or so with the blue shirt. And I'm like, I didn't even catch it, honestly, until I got home and I started editing the image, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. The guy kind of gets isolated on the bottom left corner, but he really pops up because of that blue. And like I mentioned, I'm trying to do a lot of teal and orange. I know everybody is, but I really like that colorway. And that guy's t-shirt really pops up with this colorway, not to mention the architecture. And I think this actually really works. I wasn't so happy with it when I took it because I'm looking for somebody to go up those damn stairs someday, but I'm pretty happy with this. But one day I'll be making this video and there will be some guy walking upstairs, guys. Get ready for that. I had already spent about an hour in downtown and I was honestly getting a little tired and my shoulder was killing me, like I mentioned with that sling backpack. And then I saw a cop car and it hit me and I'm like, dude, I should get one of those blurry images of a police car moving. I thought that's like the perfect downtown image that everyone has to have, you know. And I tried it. I failed miserably. I tried it with a taxi and it worked and I was so mad. Anyways, I walked back. I was kind of ready to go home and then I saw this kind of arc thing going on, and I'm gonna come back to this spot one of these days because I need to get a photo right there. I think it's a perfect frame for a car or a person to walk by. I think maybe I do like a shoot with like some girl, like some sort of a fashion shoot, and kind of get that whole arc to frame the person in there. We'll see. I'm just thinking right here, and I saw that arc and it caught my attention, so I figured, you know what, I'm gonna try and catch some interesting car. I tried it from another perspective. It wasn't working. I waited there like 10-15 minutes for an interesting car. Nothing happened. So as I'm walking back, a miracle just happened. There was this like border patrol federal agent vehicle. I don't know what the hell they are. They're like some white cop cars. And as I'm walking by, this car's sirens just start going off. And I was just praying. I'm like, come on, turn left, turn left. And there you had it. It finally turned left. And looking at the video, I'm wondering why I did not shoot this as soon as the car was in the frame, you know, as soon as I could see the front of it, because it had some really cool lights in the front, but it didn't hit me. And I just waited till it was kind of parallel to me. And I got this shot. I wanted the lights to be more bright. Maybe I can only get that at night. I really boosted up the red saturation and tried the luminance to see if I could work it out. But overall, I was really happy with it. I like how we have these white lines in the bottom. It kind of draws you to the car, and obviously the blurry background. I thought that kind of made the image. So honestly, when I shot this, I thought this would be the banger, but it was all right. I think I can do way better. I would prefer it to be an actual police car. I don't know what this is, like Homeland Security or something. Anyways, that was the last shot of the day, guys.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you guys have any comments or questions, drop them down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you guys can stay tuned for my future content. I will be uploading more of these. I'm gonna try to make it at least once a week, a photo vlog where I will be kind of tracking my photos just like this video. I'm gonna try to make them a little bit higher production value with a little bit more b-roll and so, but we'll see how we make them a little better. Again guys, thank you for watching and see you guys on the next video.